Howdy, Cleburne. Good to be back with you. A little factoid many of you do not know is I grew up just up the road, Highway 67, in Duncanville, Texas. There you go. Some other escapees from Duncanville. There you go. Out back, front, middle, and back. So let me tell you something that these folks know from Duncanville, but you probably all understand. So Duncanville obviously is a suburb of Dallas. It's in Dallas County. One thing that I know, having grown up in Dallas County and having come out to places like Cleburne, and it is more profoundly true today than it was when I was growing up in Duncanville. There is something different about the bubble of Dallas County and right here in Johnson County, in Cleburne, Texas. There's a reason actually why some people are moving away from there, coming to places like Johnson County. Here's what it boils down to one word, I think. That's values. The fact of the matter is the values in Cleburne are different than they are in Dallas, and a lot different than they are in Austin, Texas. You right? I bring this up for a reason. What this race is about. A race is always about decisions and differences. There's an extraordinary difference in this race. And it comes down to a person who has your values and will vote your values. And Helen, right here, Helen Kerr was going to vote your values. What y'all been dealing with your state representative. What I've been dealing with as your governor, dealing with your state representative. You have someone who, listen, he's a good guy. Would you like to have a beer with him? Sure. But you got to know this. When he goes to Austin, Texas, he votes like someone in Austin, Texas, not somebody in Cleburne, Texas. You need someone who's going to vote Cleburne values for you in Austin, Texas. And that's why I wanted to be here. This race is so important. It's important for y'all, absolutely. You deserve, you have the right to have someone who's going to represent your values in Austin.
That's right.
But I'm here because Texas needs it. We're at a crossroads in this state. The time has come when we not only want, we need somebody from this House district who will vote your values, vote conservative in Austin, Texas. Like Helen Kerr. You talked about some of those, and I want to amplify some of the things you brought up. One is just an interesting fact, but I'll connect it to a larger point. The interesting fact is where she talked about how big the Texas economy is. So get this, there's only 7 countries in the entire world with an economy larger than Texas. Obviously the United States, China, India, Japan, the United Kingdom, Germany, and France. Because y'all are doing so good at making our economy grow, later on this year, Texas will surpass France to have the 7th largest economy in the entire world. We will have a big French fry cook-off in Cleburne, Texas to celebrate Texas beats France. But there's more than just like numbers to this. This is real life for you all. And let me tell you why. Because of the size of our economy, it meant that this last year Texas had the largest budget surplus the state has ever had. There are some other states like California, some others. If they have a budget surplus, they'll take that money and they'll go spend it to grow government, things like that. But that's not the way I believe. I know it's not the way Helen believes. We both know one fact. That money does not belong to the state of Texas. That's your money. And that's why we returned it to you last year with the largest property tax cut in the history of the United States of America. tell you something, but listen, I need you to keep this quiet. Cannot leave the room. And then they're going to have to edit this one out. Anyway, y'all are doing so good. It looks like when you're like Helen, and she comes to work with me in Austin, Texas, we may have another $20 billion budget surplus. Helen will work with me to make sure we deliver to you another huge property tax cut. The issues we're dealing with are about more than money. It gets back to that thing I was talking about earlier, values. Another word that would be synonymous with values is morals. Yeah. The fact of the matter is there is moral or value erosion in our country. And we saw this with a woman that I worked with during this past session. Her name is Riley Gaines. Riley Gaines is an elite women's college swimmer who swam for the University of Kentucky, and she trained from being a young child to be able to beat any woman in the swim meets that she swam in, and she won trophy after trophy after trophy until the woke NCAA forced her to swim not just against other women, but also against a man who identified as a woman. And believe it or not, she tied him. Straight up tied. They gave the trophy to the guy, not to her. It's outrageous. And so she's been on a campaign to make sure that that would never happen to kids in places like Texas. And I want you to know that I signed a law saying no men in women's sports. I wish it stopped there. It doesn't. I'm going to tell you two things going on right now just up Highway 67. One is in the Dallas Independent School District, where they have a resource guide educating families in DISD about how children can change their genders. What in the world are schools teaching our kids? If they teach them anything, if they have a resource guide for families, it should be on helping students do a better job at math and science and reading and writing about being a better student, not changing your sex. This story, this going viral, it's not a story, it's videos. And you all know where Louisville is, right? Yeah. Just outside of Dallas on the northwest side. Anyway, there's a man who's a teacher there who cross-dresses as a woman in class, in school, in front of these kids. What are these kids learning when they have an educator like that? But put yourselves not in their shoes, put yourself in the shoes you're in right now. If you had a child in that school, if you had a grandchild in that school, do you think the state of Texas should mandate, well, you have to continue to send your child to that school? You have no choice. Don't you think you or a parent deserves a choice to say, if you're going to have teachers like that, you get to have a choice about removing your child from that school and sending your child to another school? That's the way that it works. It's the way that it should work. It is the way that it works in 31 states across the United States. But it's not working here right now, in part because of your state representative. And get this fact. Many of you in this room here today, you voted in the Republican primary 2 years ago. Yes. And when you voted in the Republican primary last time, there was a ballot proposition about, do you support school choice or not? And when you voted on that, more than 87% of you said yes, you support school choice. For whatever reason, your current representative says no, he disagrees with the 87% in this district who support it. Helen supports 100% because she supports a bill that I put together working with some other House members, and that is, for one, to live up to the promise of providing every parent the God-given right to choose the education pathway best for their child. $6 billion more for public education, teacher pay raises, and ending the STAR test in the state of Texas. And your current state representative said no, he would not support that. So you said, Lord, no. So people have asked me, Governor, what are you doing to reach out to younger voters? I say, eliminate the STAR test. And that's the way to get young voters on your side. Well, again, there you go. You deserve that. Your kids deserve it. The families in this House district deserve it. And when you send Helen to work with me, we will deliver that for you.